In the digital world, we are all connected, a single node in a connected world of digital data. As a member of the digital ecosystem, our data is fragmented across platforms. A purely digital platform is one where the experience never goes offline. So what would it look like to see our data in a single space? What if we could actually interact with our digital self, taking back our online identity? Exploring yourself in a way like never before by walking through your digital identity on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. I believe that the purpose of each platform greatly impacts the norms and social cues that are operational. These norms and social cues are available to provide further information regarding context, the meanings of the messages, and the identities of the people interacting. The idea of real to augmented to artificial exists on a spectrum, and a specific identity can embody a wide range of these properties. Facebook is the most notable profile-centric platform that I interact with. Profile pictures act as a visual representation of the user. In crafting my digital identity, I have spent a great deal of time analyzing self-presentation. This is done through picking and choosing what pictures best represent the image I'm trying to convey, contingent on the social media platform I use. For example, I recognize that my image on Facebook can be more fun, flexible, and is subject to change frequently. Currently, my picture is of me and my boyfriend. In online life, maybe almost nothing is truly real visually. Everyone has untagged pictures they don't look good in, or use a filter. Further, the self-selection process natively is curated. On platforms that are personal, such as Facebook and Instagram, there is a driving force seeking authenticity and truth. Similar, even replicated content correlates between the platforms, as to reaffirm and spread my digital thumbprint. The user interface of Instagram employs a space to actively construct ourselves through integrated elements such as picture filters. We seem to separate ourselves from our bodies, leading to our disembodied identities that only exist in actions and in words, or sometimes even emojis. In my observations, most of the time, most people act in ways consistent to their embodied selves. Location data is tracked and measured in real time. Our virtual selves transcend our control and leave trails of data to be picked up and perceived by third parties. Because of algorithms and silent listeners, we don't always know what others are seeing. We subject our virtual selves to an imagined audience, the mental conceptualization of who we're communicating with. However, there is often a gap between imagined and the actual audiences. My Twitter avatar is one that can be found on other social media platforms as well. Behavior as opposed to visual depiction is interestingly becoming less filtered. The remediation of content is very prevalent here, and my personal Twitter identity primarily consists of content that was not directly created by me, yet it represents my identity in this space. In these virtual networks, each person sits at the center of their own personal community. It is a tailored experience to ourselves. Identities as artificial representation is normal on platforms primarily based on entertainment purposes, as shown here in Snapchat. Seeing yourself in a way that is unachievable in real life, the filters live within the virtual space. The stigmatization in having a non-personal image in the place of one's profile picture does not exist in the same way on Snapchat as it does on Facebook. Constructing a virtual self in a more creative and flexible way is easily explored here. This digital self is flexible and multiple, taking different incarnations in different situations. Voluntary and involuntary information links me to my virtual self. If you start to feel unentertained with your digitally constructed self and immediate network, Snapchat allows for users to catch glimpses of celebrities' lives in real time. These one-sided or parasocial relationships are emphasized. The expected mainstream and normal behaviors of each platform varies, and self-presentation is inherently a byproduct of specific communities and the properties presented within them. Variations of my identity exists in pockets dispersed across the digital ecosystem. Visible and invisible pathways exist and have been explored between my various digital selves.